Last night we saw Ted Cruz refuse to endorse Trump. We also see this from Glenn Beck and Ben Shapiro and others like them. Now, I like these guys. I was a Cruz supporter. I love listening to Glenn Beck. I love listening to Ben Shapiro. I think they have a lot of great points to make. But in not supporting Trump out of principle, I think they're very wrong. By holding their principles so tightly that they forget the most important principle of compromise, they're throwing all their principles out with the bathwater. What good is having strong principles if you're not willing to at least put in somebody who will give those principles an opportunity to succeed? Now, I understand the argument that if you stand on these principles, you don't want Trump because he'll taint the name of the Republican Party, he'll turn it into something that it's not supposed to be, and he'll wipe away the conservative movement by giving it a bad name. Newsflash, the conservative movement already has a bad name. It's already been lied about. Trump, being the face of the Republican Party, isn't going to make it any worse. The Republican Party has already swayed far from what it is supposed to be, and pretty far from conservatism. Saying you can't vote for Trump because he's a wild card, saying you can't vote for Trump because he doesn't stand firmly on his principles and values and on what conservatives should stand for, just defeats your own argument. Because by not supporting Trump, you're dividing your own party, you're dividing your own movement. You're dividing the opportunity to make a difference and the opportunity to have a voice with your message. And you're allowing somebody, Hillary, who is completely and utterly against it, who will be able to make the decisions and do the things she wants to do with the backing of the mainstream public. You're allowing her to get elected. Now, we already know what the outcome of a Hillary presidency will be. We've already had 8 years of something similar. Hers will only be worse. We already know what the outcome will be. Trump could be bad, could be good. It could be somewhere in between. But what we do know about Trump is that he will give an opportunity to our voice. He'll give an opportunity for us to make a bigger impact with our message. So if you're not supporting Trump out of principle, you're forgoing the most important principle, the principle of compromise. Without compromise, you undermine the whole list of principles you stand for, because you never give them a chance to see light. You never give them a chance to make an impact. Don't stop yourself from voting for Trump because he doesn't stand firmly on your principles and your values. It's not going to get you anywhere, and it's just going to divide the party and divide your movement. We need to stand together, and we need to vote for the better of two options, for the lesser of two evils. We already lost our chance to elect somebody who would stand firmly on principles. The primaries are over. We're left with two options, and only one of these two people will be elected. So why make it anybody other than Trump? Why make it Hillary? Why allow the worst option for president to get elected when there is a better option? Why? If you're thinking about not voting or not voting for Trump because he doesn't stand firmly on principles, then just remember that there is such a thing as compromise, and that without compromise, it doesn't matter what you stand on because it won't make a difference. Guys, keep your heads on straight. God bless you. God bless America. And unite. Work together. Think clearly about this. Take your emotions out of it. Take your ego and your selfishness out of it. This is for a much greater thing. This is for a future. And if we're not willing to compromise and at least do what is okay, at least pick the wild card over the cyanide, we're never going to get anywhere. Have a great day, and don't forgo Trump out of principle.